Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cynicalex, and there seem to be a couple of persistent bugs in Marvel Future Fight that are making some players' lives hard. So I wanted to cover them today, talk about some possible solutions, and also bring it to the attention of other players in case it's happening to you. You know, you're not alone, and also so that the devs know and they maybe look into these things. Now, I haven't personally experienced one of them, so I'm not going to spend too much time talking about it, but I have had multiple people reach out to me and tell me that they are having this problem, although I can't really replicate it. It has to do with the heroic quest, and basically every time you complete a mission or every time you complete a chapter, and there's 4 chapters per heroic quest, the game just locks up. It's obviously a touchscreen issue. I don't know if maybe you can swipe down from the top on an Android device and bring up this, this navigation menu and use the back button. But a lot of players have been reporting that they actually have to just close the game and reopen it, which is really annoying. I honestly forgot that heroic quest existed, but that doesn't mean that the problem should persist and the bug should still stay there. So obviously, if this is happening to you, let me know down below in the comments, let the community know. And yeah, hopefully the devs see this. This was posted a couple of days ago, or actually that's today. That's not a couple of days ago. That's straight up today. So hopefully in the last 24 hours, the devs have heard about it and they have plans to fix it. The other issue, the other bigger bug that I actually have experienced, and it happened to me, and I was like, oh, this is kind of annoying. And it never really dawned on me to make a video about this. It's the Obelisk Rerolling feature, the new auto reroll feature. And I actually really like this feature. I'll back out of this menu so I can show it to you. I actually really like this feature when it comes to re-rolling specifically mighty CTPs. So for this example, we're going to be using Hulk's mighty CTP of regeneration. And keep in mind that the menu I'm going to show you with the auto change option, which I've already checked off down here, this is the same menu that you'll see whether you're re-rolling a CTP, a reforged CTP, or a mythic obelisk. I'm not necessarily saying you should do it for all of those, but that's the option. So here's what's good about this new Obelisk rerolling system. I can go ahead to auto change option, which is right next to my camera, and now I can choose what I want to use. I don't want to use that CTP of Transcendence, no lord. So I'm going to use my 24 spare mythic boosters, which are basically just mythic obelisks that I converted into boosters to save space, because if those were all individual mythic obelisks, they would take up 24 slots in my inventory. This way they only take up 1, so it saves me 23 slots. So I'm actually, you know what, here's what I'll do. I'm going to go into my inventory. First of all, I'm going to go unlock that one, because that is a horrible example to set. Imagine all those young MFF players watching me and they're like, you know what, I'm going to be like Cynicalex. I'm going to leave my CTPs unlocked, and then something horrible happens. I would just feel absolutely tragic about it. So I'm going to hit convert, and I'm going to convert all my 6 stars. There should be 7 of them. There we go. And I just converted them to extremes, and now I should have 31 of the extremes. Okay, so we're going to go back here, and we're going to do this. And so basically this new system, it's really good until it's not, but bear with me here. This new system, you get to basically pick and choose at each step of the way. So it lists out the 4 options here: the random option, the max HP percentage, the guard break immunity and recovery rate percentage, and then the last option. And so what you do is you click the little square with the check mark in it. It should be a pencil, actually. It's not a check mark, it's a pencil. Anyways, you click that off, and then you're sent to another menu. And here is where you can choose which one you want to appear. Like, not which one you want to appear. Well, the one that you want to appear, it's not guaranteed that it's going to happen. You're not customizing your CTP, but you're basically customizing what it's looking for to stop re-rolling, basically. So I actually don't want penetration at all. So I'm actually going to click on the all attack, all defense. And then from there, once you click on it, you can see that option at the bottom changes from gray to yellow. And it says there's 3 options selected, because it's assuming that I'm selecting all of the options. But then I can click on that again and get another menu. It's a little bit confusing, I know, but it's actually really intuitive once you get the hang of it. And then I can further specify whether I want any of the all attack, all defenses, or whether I only want the 16 and the 20, or whether I'm very picky and I only want the 20, or whether I'm insane and I only want the 16, which no one would do. So just for, simplicity's sake, I'm going to select all of them and hit settings. Settings confirms your setting, and you go back 1 menu. So setting is like hitting OK. Okay, so what I'm basically telling it now is I want you to re-roll the mighty CTP if it has penetration, and I want you to stop if it has at least 12% all attack, all defense. So I'm going to go back again, and then I can go down to max HP, and same sort of thing here. It's max HP. The current option is 33.7, which is like super good, so I probably shouldn't re-roll this, but I'm showing you guys, so I'm going to re-roll it. And then we have the options. So here I'm just going to move it to a place where I'm happy with it. So if it's at least 25% max HP, I'll be happy with that. Hulk needs as much HP as possible, but yeah. And then the guard break immunity and the recovery rate, you can't change the guard break immunity. It's just there, but the recovery rate I can set. You know what? I don't really care what the recovery rate is, so I'm just going to leave it as is. And then for the random option, you then have the different bubbles that you can get. You get the 5% heal with the 15% bubble. You get the 8% heal with a 25% bubble, which is the shield. I just like saying bubble. Or the 10% heal with the 35% bubble shield. That's the best one by far, so I'm just going to check that one because I don't want the other ones. And then I hit settings, and then I hit auto roll, and this is going to auto roll it 10 times. And you don't get to choose how many times. If you have at least 10 obelisks, it will use 10. If you have less than 10 or you lock them so you only have 9, then it will do it 9 times. But here is where you sort of lose control, which is where people start to get upset with this new menu system. And I understand. Why give us all of these options and all of this choice if you're then going to force us to roll it 10 times? It doesn't really make sense. Okay. So I click it, and you can even auto repeat to roll it more than 10 times. So in this one, it'll spend all 37 of my obelisk, the booster obelisks that I have, if it doesn't find the right roll. I'm not going to auto repeat because we're going to see sadness anyways. And you hit OK, and then you get to this screen, and it shows you each roll one at a time. Oh, it missed. Oh, it missed. Oh, it missed. It may be hitting some of the stats, but it's not hitting all of the stat minimums that I set. So it is hitting the all attack, all defense, but it's not hitting the HP, or it's not hitting the shield, or it's not hitting the recovery rate that I wanted. In this case, the recovery rate wouldn't be a barrier because I set the recovery rate at minimum. So there, I did not succeed at all. I didn't get the CTP that had at least those stats or better. Let's try again here. We're just going to try another 10 here, just because I don't use Hulk anymore, but I kind of don't want to just destroy his CTP and then walk away. But this is the last one that we'll do to sort of simulate what's going on. And then we'll dive into the bigger problem here, because the bigger problem is what happens. Okay, surprise, surprise, RNG. I didn't get what I wanted. What happens if you don't want to do that? What happens if you just want to roll the CTP one time? Well, you can't. So we're going to uncheck the auto change option, and I'm going to go to change option. And now I have to click on this here, and I'm going to select one, and it's going to hit change option. And now it sends you right back to the auto change option. And this is where people are frustrated. Now, let me say this before I continue. I really like this auto change option. This is a really good quality of life thing. And for players who are smart and who save up resources and then roll multiple times in a row, this saves you so much time. This saves you so much like literal finger pressing that it can give you cramps. Like, it's not a joke how many times you have to go through these different menus. Now, there are still a lot of menus here, but you only have to go through them once, and you can custom tailor the roll to be exactly what you want, which is really nice, right? Players, we play mobile games, we farm a lot, right? We farm, we grind, we save up, and then we spend. So I had 37. Some people have 300 obelisks sitting in their inventory, right? So that's huge. They can use all 300 in one shot after just going through the menus once, instead of having to go through the menu 300 times, which is what we had to do with the old system for years. However, as great as this system is, where's the old system? Why can't you have the old system back? Because basically what the old system was, and you remember it, it would just randomly roll it. Just roll the dice, just whatever I get, right? And sometimes it would be good. Most of the time it would be crap, right? Sometimes it may be good. Sometimes maybe shit. But the way that it is now, it's misleading, right? Because I'm not checking the auto change option, bro. I just want to change the option. I just want you to re-roll all the stats and give me something new. I don't like what you gave me. I just want to redo. I just want to mulligan real quick. I don't want to see this menu. So that's basically the issue. It seems petty, but it's actually frustrating for players who don't have a lot of spare obelisks, and they don't want to have to, fuss with these settings every time. Now, there is a solution to this. You basically just have to open each menu once and check off the bot. Like, you literally just have to do this. Okay, I'm not even doing it that fast, but you literally just have to do this once as fast as you can, and you basically just have to get rid of the fact that it says selectable options. So now it's changed to 3 options selected and 6 options selected. Now I can re-roll it. But again, the problem is they want you to re-roll it 10 times. So this needs to be fixed, right? There should still be the auto change option. This is great, but they should also just bring back the regular way of rolling obelisks. Why is that not the case? And if you think this is just for CTPs, It's certainly not. Because if I go down to an obelisk here, and I don't have any anymore because I converted them all. Poggers. Okay, so I'm just going to upgrade this one real quick. Upgrading is still fine. Like upgrading from a 2-star to a 3-star to a 4-star to a 5-star to a 6-star obelisk, that hasn't changed at all. So that's hunky dory. We don't have to talk about that one there. But if you go to my new CT obelisk that I rolled, this stun lightning resist, this really good obelisk. If I want to change the option here, and then I want to, I want to use one of these, and I want to change the option, I'm now stuck on the same thing again. So this is not just for CTPs. This is also for obelisks. And if you don't believe that players are actually seriously pissed about this, look at this. Just in the last few days, this is today. What the F is this crap? And again, it's the menu that I just showed you. Yesterday, upgrading obelisks is bugged. Okay, this might actually not be the same thing. Custom gear upgrade bug. Okay, this is something else entirely. CTP single change option not working. This is from a few days ago. And then this guy's done playing, which is a bit of an extreme overreaction, but hey, drama's gonna drama. And this is from 2 days ago because he can't just re-roll it randomly. He has to go through the auto change, even though it's not checked off, and he's upset about it. So listen, I may not agree with the exaggeration. I'm not going to quit Marvel Future Fight because of this, but at the same time, it's forcing me, and it's probably forcing a lot of other players to only upgrade or re-roll their obelisks or their CTPs in a specific way, i.e. when they have a bunch of spare spare mythic materials to use, rather than players being allowed to do it at their own leisure, like when they want. Like if you have one mythic obelisk and you want to use it to reroll your CTP, knock yourself out, Timmy. Or if you have 100, go to town, Jimmy. So that's basically it. That's basically the bug. It's not that big of a deal, but it's also kind of annoying. It's actually pretty annoying because they added something really, really good. The auto change option. It's great. Please don't take it away. Please don't change it. But they accidentally or possibly intentionally deleted the old normal way of rerolling obelisks. And although that way was annoying for a lot of rerolls, it was perfect for one reroll. If you just wanted to do one reroll, it was perfect. So why take away something that was perfect for something and replace it with something that's now very clunky? Because now it's super clunky. If I want to roll this thing once, I want to change this option one time. If this is super clunky, dude, I got to go through this menu every single time, which then basically forces you to stop doing that. And that may be the habit that they want players to break. Maybe they want players to stop rolling one at a time because they get more frustrated with the RNG and the data shows they're more likely to quit the game. I don't know what the psychology is behind that. I don't know what it is, but that's basically my advice for you. Yes, until this gets fixed or until the devs reintroduce the old way of rolling obelisks, because I don't want them to get rid of this new auto system. My only advice to you is save up a bunch of obelisks. You can turn them into you can convert them into the mythic fodder, the mythic ones that I showed you that I'm checked off now, to save your inventory space, because I know people are going to complain about inventory space. But my advice would just be save up 20, 30, 40, 50, do it in increments of 10. And then when you're ready, you can do the auto re-roll, and you just have to go through the menu one time. And you just have to check off these things one time, whether you want to check off all of them or you want to be more specific about what you want. And then you can go to town rolling and hopefully get what you want. Personally, I've tried this already with a couple of reforged CTPs that I had. I've tried it with a Greed and I tried it with a Judgment, and I had a really good experience because I had a lot of saved up obelisks, these extreme boost obelisks. I had like 100. So I had a really good time. I think I spent like 50 for each roll, 50 and 50. And after about 50 rolls, I got what I wanted. So I just hit the 10. And it wasn't that one on the 10. I hit the 10, and I was watching TV at the same time, and I didn't even have to look at my phone. Whereas normally, I basically can't do anything because you have to micromanage every step of the way for every single reroll from 1 to 50. So, yeah. In conclusion, this is my TED Talk. Auto change option is amazing. However, bring back the old option as well, because it was fine and dandy and perfect for players who just wanted to do, consecutive single rerolls, like they're throwing dollar bills at the lady who's doing the math class. So yeah, hit me up in the comments down below. Let me know what you think of that. If it's frustrating for you, hit me up. If you love this new system, hit me up. Smash the like button, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.